What is going on? Is anyone here? Is anyone in the stream tonight? Make sure to make your presence known by commenting. What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? Javier, what's going on, man? Did you have a good 4th of July? What's going on, guys? Blow up the chat. How's everyone doing? Do you guys have a good weekend so far? My weekend's been pretty good. It's been a weird week when you have Tuesday's my day off, and I had Thursday off, and then of course today I had off, so it's been a little bit different week. So no one has any questions for me yet? That's kind of strange. Usually you guys are blowing up the chat. Like, I can't even keep up with it usually, but stream's just starting, so it's technically not even 8 o'clock. Usually I start at 8, but I've been wanting to stream for like an hour now. Like, I was ready. I'm like, just want to get this show on the road. Javier, yeah, man, today is my last day in Mexico. Cool, man. Where at in Mexico? Where at in Mexico? My weekend was good. It was good. It's always too short. It's just the way it is, right? Just the way it is. Yeah, my wife has family down in Guadalajara. Man, I wouldn't mind being in Mexico right now. I'm starting to get hungry again. Oh, Mexican food is arguably my favorite food. Just love it so much. Tamales. Oh, love tamales. Fajitas. Lunatic is in the house. What's going on, man? That car just... Did you guys see that? That three-wheeled car just flipped over. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Rosarito Beach. The Mariscos here are so bomb. Mariscos. Mariscos. Oh, the seafood. Duh. Duh. El mar is the sea. Seafood there is bomb diggity. I'm sure it is, man. Oh. Rosarito Beach. I gotta look that up real quick. Where is Rosarito Beach? Oh, it's just south of the border, just south of Tijuana. Cool, man. Looks like a really, really cool place. Oh, makes me want to go travel a bit. Peter, what's going on? Zach, how's it going? Yeah, mariscos are seafood. Yeah, I know a little bit of Spanish, but not enough. I've always wanted to become fluent in Spanish, but obviously not enough because I'm not fluent yet. So, but it's something I should do. It's kind of on the bucket list, and it's sooner rather than later. You know, if I ever go to Central America, if I ever go to South America or Spain, it's quite a useful language. Peter, in my opinion, IS300 all-wheel drive F-Sport 2 or ES350 front-wheel drive F-Sport, which do you get? I mean, if you need all-wheel drive, you got to get all-wheel drive. If you tend to have people in your car, especially the back seat, got to get the ES. I personally would take the ES. You don't always need all-wheel drive, but the ES is more of a luxury ride, and the IS is definitely like a sports sedan. It's totally dependent on what you like, man. Definitely go drive both of them. See which one you like better. Justin, what's going on? What's up, Kirk? Thanks for keeping us updated on all the car information you come across. Very helpful. Of course, man. That's what I try to do. Just try to help you guys out. It's pretty fun. It's a good time. I might have to turn the fan on in here. So you guys can probably see in the background I have curtains to kind of block myself off from the rest of the house. And that's a good thing in terms of noise and just secluding myself, but it's a bad thing because it's summertime and my gaming computer, I have 3 monitors on right now. They produce quite a bit of heat, and then of course my gaming computer produces quite a bit of heat as well. So how smooth is the stream for you guys? Is it doing pretty good? I'm still new to the streaming thing, so it's looking like it's pretty smooth, pretty coherent on your end. Everyone have a good 4th. Anyone do anything fun over the 4th of July? What do you guys think about the confirmation of the next Lexus convertible? It's pretty exciting stuff. Of course, we always hope we have more information that's given to us, but I'll take my small morsels as we get them because we really don't get much from Lexus. So, in terms of updates, Peter 45 thinking of the ES 350 F Sport. That's where I would lean. Stream is good. Great. Awesome. Stream is coming in nice and clear for you guys. Mr. Tampa, Florida. Mr. Tampa, Florida. I'm assuming that's what TPA stands for. My wife has an uncle and his family lives in Tampa. It's a nice place. Stayed there during Hurricane Irma when it was actually hitting Florida. So Tampa's Tampa's been good to me. Any new info on whether the GS is going away? I don't. And the fact that I don't have any info is not really a good sign either. I'm set on jumping from BMW to Lexus, only interested in the GS 350F Sport, curious about buying a car that might be discontinued. Well, even if you buy it and they discontinue it, there's going to be no shortage of parts. There's going to be no... I mean, the car is bulletproof. It's one of the safest cars you can buy from Lexus. It does carry a price premium. I think it's priced a little high because they haven't really done any updates. I feel like it should be more like a... It should be... In my opinion, it should be priced pretty similarly to the ES in the current market, in my opinion. But you can get some certified ones that are killer deals. And I don't know what the incentives right now are in your area. They might be pretty good for the GS. Great choice, Peter. Will, what's going on? I didn't see you in here. Will Harmon, how you doing? Hang Samnang. Am I saying that right? What's going on? I'm doing well. Any news of the redesigned LX? I don't. I wish I did. It's probably going to be 2 years from now minimum. Here in Canada, would like all-wheel drive, but definitely not a deal breaker. I have a 6-minute drive to work. I'll probably lease it for 5. You can lease for 5 years in Canada? Holy smokes, I don't know if I've ever heard of a 5-year lease. That is nuts. That is crazy. I don't know if it's worth leasing for 5 years. I don't know, that sounds weird to me. When are we going to get all-wheel drive on the ES? Probably in 2021. Javier says, what do you think about the Lexus LX? I think Lexus should really renew the LX. My grandfather chose the new Lincoln Navigator with the LX, and I don't blame him. Well, I mean, if the Navigator, I mean, the LX isn't a perfect vehicle by any means. Like, it costs a lot. It's got crazy off-road capacity that most people would never use. But the LX is still arguably my favorite Lexus, even though it hasn't been updated for like 3 or 4 years. And that's just technology, but the whole car really hasn't been updated for like 10 years or more. So it's still one of my favorites. I guarantee if he bought an LX and he wanted to keep it for a long time, he wouldn't be disappointed. I don't know how long he plans on keeping that Navigator. I guarantee the LX is going to be an easier and less expensive car to own over a long period of time. But I can't predict the future. It's just what my feelings are. Can't wait for the comparison videos, BMW 8 Series versus LC convertibles. Yeah, that'll be exciting. I'm excited to see what people find. I think they're really going to like the LC convertible. Alex Allen, what's going on, man? They get you up penalty free after the 4th year, especially when you have low kilometers. Okay. Well, penalty free, like how big are the penalties? That's the question. Because here in America, I think the disposition fee or the repossession fee or whatever you call it, I can never get the word right. I think it's disposition fee. I think it's around $300 to $400. Wonder what it's like in Canada. If it's like $1,000, then I might see the value in leasing for that long. Especially, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have low kilometers, so you're gonna have some equity built up in that car when you get rid of it. You can roll into your next lease, which is a good thing. Yeah. RAV4s, they're nice vehicles, but if you want a Lexus, man, see what you can do to get into a Lexus. Lexus are freaking the best. Lexus are the best. Did you guys do anything fun today? I went to my sister's house, had some bratwurst over there, had a couple beers. It was a good time. See my nieces. It was cool. I played Madden NFL on Xbox with my brother-in-law. Just one game. I threw 6 interceptions with Drew Brees. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe what was happening. 6 picks. Yeah. I lost like 27-6. It was embarrassing. Oof. Year one. Yeah, that's the problem with the lease. I mean, leases have tons of benefits to them, but if you want to get out of that car, it's really expensive to get out of your lease, you know. You're gonna roll into some negative equity if you do that. We see it all the time now. We see it all the time at the dealership. People have a current lease, they want to get out of it, or maybe they've capped out the miles on their current car, so it doesn't make sense for them to really keep driving it. So okay, I think I'm going to turn the fan on. Oh, I got these new headphones. New headphones. So my old headphones, they pretty much broke, and they were wired. And then I had my temporary headphones were really just iPhone headphones, and the cord was so short on them I had to be like this close to the computer all the time. But now I got these wireless headphones, so I'm like, okay, let's just turn on the fan. Here we go. Voila. La. Agree about the long time ownership. It's just that the Navigator interior is so much better than the LX. Ooh, I don't know about that, man. LX interior is pretty nice, but I haven't seen the Navigator interior. Excuse me, so can't really comment too much on the Navigator interior. I just know the LX. It was amazing. Love that car. Quite disappointed that Lexus didn't renew the GX interior. Yeah, most people are, but I am grateful that we got some sort of sign that Lexus cares a little bit about the GX. They gave us some sort of a refresh, I'll say that. Did you guys just see that car? It's like the smallest car I've ever seen. I'll see if I can get it. This little orange car up here. Look at this thing. What the heck? I'm gonna race it. It's a BMW. I set a 300 export. Oh, I don't know if I can catch him. Oh, I got this.
400 yards.
That car's so ridiculous. It's like a golf cart. See any coverage of the Goodwood Festival of Speed? No, I really didn't. They had an updated version of the BAC Mono. I think that car is in your game. Yeah, it is in this game, I believe. What do you think Lexus needs to do to stay competitive with other luxury brands? Well, they already are competitive, but to stay competitive, I think the number one thing they need to do in the near future is to make sure all their vehicles have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's no reason they shouldn't be able to do that within 1 year from now. Within the next 5 years, I think the number one thing they need to do is have plug-in hybrid options and fully electric vehicles. Antoine, what's going on? Is Lexus going with a 3.5 twin turbo or keeping the 5.7 the next LX? My gut's telling me the 3.5 liter twin turbo. I think that's what they're gonna do. They're also going to offer a hybrid version of the LX probably in the next 5 years as well. So, someone commented on one of my videos the other day on how they're like, well, they can't do a fully electric LX because, or a hybrid even at that point, because what if it breaks down, blah, blah, blah. Like, how can you have a fully electric off-roading LX if you know, your battery runs out of charge? I'm like, well, they're working on battery technologies, modular battery technologies that you can, just like you can put extra fuel tanks on a car, you can carry extra battery packs with you. So, right, we're doing it right now. Everyone's got a phone. Almost everyone has a battery bank, right? You got a battery bank no matter where you go. So, during this Independence holiday, I went on an Avengers Rock. What's going on? You went on a trip with your family from LA to California to Big Bear Lake. More than 3 hours of long distance driving. The 19 Lexus ES was very comfortable. Yeah, compared to the more expensive BMW 530, speed, comfort are also better. Yeah, I would agree. The ES is so smooth. Most Lexuses are. If you're going to go on a road trip or you like to drive across the country, it's hard to pick a better vehicle than a Lexus. They're so smooth and comfortable. They're not going to beat you up going from point A to point B. I drove an LC this past week from Lincoln to Omaha, and the car is so quiet and smooth and comfortable that I was like, by the time I was out of the car, I was like in a completely relaxed state. I wanted to go take a nap. And that's one of the highest performing cars Lexus makes. So just lets you know how versatile they are.
Turn sharp right.
Antoine just got an RX and an ES? Dude, that's awesome.
Horizon will
That
not
is
endorse or
awesome.
condone any street racing event which does not blah blah blah. Just call me when it's over.
I'm hearing funny things about another abandoned car. Admittedly,
Legendary
I hear
barn.
a lot of funny things about abandoned cars, but this time I heard Datsun, so I'm interested. Go find it for me.
How did my meeting go Friday morning? It went well. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it went well. Thank you. Thanks for remembering. I'm trying to recall. Like, so much happens on Saturdays that I don't I don't always remember what happens on the days before that. But yeah, I think yeah, Friday morning went really well. Thanks for asking. Got some good ideas. Talked about some possibilities. So Antoine loves Lexus. Yeah, man. I hope so. That's why you're watching, right? That's why we're all here together. Is we all really like the brand. It's a really excellent car brand. You guys going anywhere on vacation this summer, or have you already? I know one of you, Javier, I think Javier said he's in Mexico. That's freaking awesome.
yards, turn right.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing on this challenge.
Keep right.
This is like a drift car. I can't even go full throttle. I didn't even know. Six lucky escape skills before. I don't know what a lucky escape skill is. This car or this game has some really strange challenges, and some of them are extraordinarily difficult. Like I would have to try probably 100 times or more to beat them. Like I don't even know what a lucky escape is.
In 400 yards, turn right.
Oh my gosh.
Turn right. In 400 yards, turn right.
Gosh.
Turn right.
This car is kind of fun to drift, but it is almost impossible to drive in a straight line. I don't know. Definitely gonna quit that. What is this? Did this just freeze my game? What in the world is this junk? Alright. Lunatic, if Lexus does keep a V8, do you think they'll try using the 5-liter engine from the LC or try to work in the 5.7 to improve fuel economy for the LX? I have no idea. I wish I had an opinion on that question. I really have no idea what they're going to do with their V8s. I have no idea. I would like to see the 5.7 liter get upgraded with what is it, the D4S fuel injection. That'd be very nice. It would, if they treat the 5.7 with the same technology as in the 5-liter, it would probably get like 550 horsepower, something like that, which would be very, very nice to see in the LX. By changing the driving mode of the ES to sport mode, you can experience sufficient force and dynamic driving performance. I think it's better than my brother's Infiniti Q50. In some ways, yeah. I wouldn't be. Yeah, no. I drove the Q50 3.0 turbo last month, and I was not impressed with the suspension. The only thing I was impressed with that car was the motor. I really liked the motor in it. Antoine drove the RX from Asheville, North Carolina to Pensacola, Florida. It was a great road trip companion. Yeah. People drive RXs from Nebraska to all over the country all the time. They are exquisite road trip cars. I'm a little jealous. You got to drive an RX across, down south. It's not really across the country. Pensacola is not that far away. Was it like a 14-hour drive? Let's check my geography skills. Asheville to Pensacola, Florida. Maps. Oh, it's even shorter. It's only an 8-hour drive. Holy smokes. Oh, for some reason I was thinking Asheville was further northeast in North Carolina, but it's actually pretty west. and south. It's southwest North Carolina. That's crazy. Cool. Cool, cool. I think we go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I'm getting hungry, so probably in the next 20 minutes I'll probably get something to eat, but I'll be right back. Feel free to ask any questions while I'm away. That's fine. Boom, I'm back. 07LX or 0809GX. I take an LX every time. Like Mercedes-Benz S-Class, Maybach, Lexus LS, would like to have some more luxury models. It would be nice, but the LS hardly sells any cars anyways. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. Let's do a little research here. I thought about doing a video on this, but meh, I didn't get around to it. It's not the it's usually the same sort of thing. So we're at Lexus Enthusiast here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can see it. 2019 sales report. So we'll get into this here in a little bit. Humidity in Florida, Antoine. It was oppressive. Yeah, I lived in Naples, Florida for 5 years. It's not the funnest place to be in the middle of the summer. Okay, so let's just look at the LS sales here. LS, this is for the month of June. Hopefully you guys can see this. If you can't, I'll read it to you. June 2019, they sold 357. In 2018, they sold 789. So they sold roughly half of what they did the year before on the LS. If we look at year to date, we'll just say it's 2,700 for this year, and it was 4,300 last year. So they're down about 38%. So the LS is, it's not a good volume car to create another, let's say, super version of that car. Now, it would be nice. I'd love to see an LSF. I just don't know if they'll ever do an LSF. And conversely, the LC they're making the convertible doesn't sell like any car, or sorry, the LC doesn't in general doesn't sell any cars. They've sold 670 LCs this year. That's it, which is down about 34%. So LC is down hugely this year, and they're making a convertible out of it. They're making a convertible out of their worst selling vehicle, their lowest volume vehicle. And to me, what I think they're doing, because the LC isn't about volume and them making money. Not at all. The LC is about them having excitement around their brand and testing maybe some newer technologies, that sort of thing. It's definitely a flagship car. So is the LS. The LS isn't designed to be a high volume maker, but it used to be their high volume maker. Like back when the brand came out, it was the LS and the ES. That's all you had. But the LC really is meant to be a car that brings people to the brand. They'll be like, oh, what's that? Oh, I've never seen that car before. Oh, it's a Lexus. That's crazy. I'll think, what else do they have, sort of thing, you know? And then making a convertible version is just another Halo product for them to get more eyes on the brand. And another thing is what I'm feeling is that they're using the LC convertible is just to buy. They're just biding time. They're working on a lot of really, really cool stuff. The LC convertible is just something that they're throwing out to us in little snippets to try to keep people happy before them releasing the really big things like plug-in hybrids and fully electric vehicles and the next LX or the next IS, things like that. So that's what I think about the LC convertible. It's just there to keep people occupied or distracted and engaged in Lexus while they're readying some really, really big things. Do I think it might be a bestseller with a bigger back seat? The LS, no. Not necessarily. Because the LS in America it's not really designed. Yes and no. So LS in America compared to other markets is not like, people really don't buy them to like carry executives around it. They buy it for them to drive and to take their wife or their husband on dinner dates with or going to church with. Like, that's kind of what the LS is. At least that's my feeling towards it. It's not like it is in Japan where the LS is like this super high level executive sedan that takes these big CEOs and big wigs from point A to point B. It's not what it is here in the States. So rear leg space, they don't have tall Americans in mind with that car. Is there enough? I think there's enough, but it raises eyebrows when the ES has more rear leg space than the LS, sort of thing. So, but there's my tangent. Let's get back to playing some games. If you guys saw anything on this sales chart that popped out to you, let me know. I'll just keep that tab open so I can refer to it. There's my game. You guys don't need to look at my email, sort of thing. All right, let's play some games. And I think the LS would sell better if it wasn't a sedan. I know that sounds crazy, but Lexus doesn't... If Lexus had a super luxury crossover that's not the LX, like a huge truck, like the LF1 concept... Oh shoot, I'm going off the deep end here. I don't even know if I'll make... I didn't even make it. I didn't even get over the edge. But yes, if the LS, they can still keep the LS. I don't think they'll ever get rid of the LS because that's what the brand started with. But you never know. You never ever know. I think the LF1 Limitless concept, their super luxury SUV, is exactly what they need right now to stay competitive. I had a guy who was on the LX. So this was just these past few weeks. It was within this last month. He was cross shopping an LX He was looking at. He had an Escalade, but he was also looking at. I can't remember exactly what he's looking at, but he ended up buying a Tesla Model X P100D. Lexus has nothing even remotely close to a vehicle like that. We just instantly lose. If they want an electric car, Lexus is instantly gone. The Model X is a really, really cool car. Really cool car. I can't blame him. Can't blame him. I'm happy for him, right? He picked a car that he liked, so, you know. What do you guys think? Here's a question for you. Would you pick a Tesla Model X P100D, which I'm gonna look up to see how much that costs, or a LX570 brand new? So I'm gonna look up Model X P100D price. 138 grand. Holy crap. Okay, so they're like 40 grand. 40 grand more than an LX. Oof. Okay. Well, what's the next model down? What do they have? What are their other ones? Oh gosh. I don't even know what to call it. Okay, here we go. Dropping the familiar. Okay, what is going on here? Crazy as RC has better sales April 2019, 2018. Alex, that's because the RC was refreshed in December of this past year. So it's a refreshed car compared to the 18. Will Lexus ever design an LS600 or an F model to go head to head with the Uber German sedans? I think it would be cool. I don't know if they ever will. Like I said, like they're still. You guys gotta remember, they are still Toyota in a sense, and Toyota's so conservative. They will only buy a car or make cars that they can easily turn a profit on. Right? Any car company can, but it's got to make sense for them. It's got to make sense for them. So, I mean, yeah, the LFA is an exception. The LC is an exception. Right, they have to have these cars to be a relevant luxury brand, but they're still very conservative with the models they have. And even then, even though they are so conservative, they are still relevant. That's a crazy thing. It's like everyone else has to try so much harder to be as strong in the luxury market as Lexus, and Lexus is like just coasting. But that's going to change. It's going to change here soon. They have to come up with a lot of forward-thinking technology to keep up with the modern times. Do you know the exact difference between one LED headlamp and 3 LED headlamps on the LX or on the ES? 3 LED headlamps are a little more expensive. They're a lot more expensive. They're at least like $1,000 more expensive. They are, to me, they're an aesthetic upgrade. They look really, really cool. They look awesome. They make the single LED or the bi-LED. It's a single bulb, though. They make them look stupid. They make them look cheap. If you really like the triple beams and you're willing to pay the extra price for them, go full ahead. Do they light the road better? I can't tell you. I think they're pretty similar in that regard. Crazy how the RC, yeah. The triple beam LED is an upgrade over standard, yeah. How's all-wheel drive of IS GS compared to Audi Quattro, says Callan. I don't know. It's like I would have to test these cars on a track or off-road to test them in comparison. They're both amazing. How about that? I don't think anyone makes a bad all-wheel drive system. I think they're all very competitive with each other. They all can send torque and power to the right wheel when it needs it. More lumens with the triple beams? Yeah, probably. I would assume so, right? I hope it provides more luminosity than the standard one, but at the same time, is it going to make a huge difference over the standard ones when you're driving? Maybe in the middle of nowhere with no lights around you. In town, it will make absolutely no difference if you do most of your driving in the city. Okay, so back to that Model X. I don't even know how they used to name them the 75D, the 100D, and the P100D. So now they just have a Model X. And then a performance Model X. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me. They just have a standard Model X and then a performance Model X now. Used to have the 75D and the... Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Maybe that's coming down the hatch. I don't know. I don't know Teslas that well. If you guys know Teslas a little bit better, feel free to chime in. Antoine lives in the mountains. Yeah, you might need some light up in there. There's not that much light in the mountains.
Take the third exit.
Gets very dark here, yeah. And those triple beams might be the exact option for you. If you live out in the sticks and you're getting an ES, it might be worth the upgrade to get the triple beams. So what do you guys do for work? I think some of you have told me, but feel free to remind me. What do you guys do for work? You guys know what I do. I play video games for a living. No, I wish. That'd be real cool. A lot of people do it. A lot of people play video games for a living. How crazy is that? When I was growing up, like, that was like one of those things as a kid. You're like, man, when I grow up, I want to be an astronaut or a firefighter. Because if we knew in the future that we could grow up and play video games, we all would have picked that. But we didn't know. We didn't know that was a possibility then. So we just picked the normal status quo things. Very few people, and some of those kids end up becoming doctors or laity. Is that the right word? They become priests or nuns, sort of thing. Some people know at a real young age. They know what their calling in life is, whether it's a doctor or nurse or a monk or something. Architectural engineer, Antoine, that's cool. You know, one of my dreams for this channel, though, speaking of dreams, what do I want to do when I grow up? What do I want to do when I grow up with this channel? Maybe I should make a video on this, but I can give you guys some dreams that I've had. I would love to go to Toyota City in Japan and tour their facilities there, especially the Lexus facilities. Make some awesome videos and share them with you guys. Kind of do a travel vlog. That would be amazing. Oh, hit up some sushi. Travel the streets of Japan. Go to Tokyo, or sorry, not Tokyo City, but go to Toyota City. That'd be amazing. Plumber in NYC. Yeah, you're probably everything in NYC is Union, right? Slime. I don't want to call you Slime. That's just your profile name. Plumber man. I don't know what to call you. But yeah, you gotta make close to 6 figures in NYC, man. If you don't, like, it's hard to survive there. Cost of living's ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Like where I live, a place like this, where I live in New York City, would probably be like $3,000 a month or something. It's just insane. Not good, not good. Oh. Can't let this car pass me. Trying to hold him off. It's like this little Mini or something. Held him off. Got it. That first place, yo. It was a Mini Cooper. What happened with the Lexus hoverboard? That's a good question. It floated away. What part of the country are you guys in? I know we got one in New York. We got someone in North Carolina. How do you rate Hyundai Motors luxury brand Genesis compared to Lexus? Genesis still long. Yeah, Genesis does have a long way to go, but I'm very impressed with everything they do, to be honest. I think the other luxury brands should be worried. Not so much. They make good cars, I'll say that. They make good cars, pretty good quality. The fit and finish isn't quite there yet. Their materials is pretty good. Their motors are really good. The only thing is their Achilles heel is their dealer networks. Their dealer networks is a complete mess. That's what's holding them back. Yeah, it's true. The Korean automakers are seriously good cars now. Will I ever own one? I don't think so, but they I have no issues with them. I'd probably own a Hyundai or a Kia before a Ford or Chevy. Happy Independence Day weekend, right? But there's probably more Hyundais and Kias made in America than Fords and Chevys, so gosh, I love the fireworks in this game. Speaking of Independence Day, these fireworks are awesome. Oh, they stopped. Darn. Kia Stinger GT is good. From what I've heard, it sounds like a nice car. I've been inside one. I've never driven one, though. Should I buy the current IS or wait for the next generation? Well, if we knew... That's really hard for me to answer because we don't know anything about the next generation IS. We know absolutely nothing. I don't know where I'm driving. Oh, I'm good driving the right way. But what we do know is a current IS. If you like the car, I mean that they're leasing good right now. They have really good incentives. I know in my region they have 0% financing on an IS. Like they're trying to sell them.
Yards. Turn left.
I really
Turn left.
think Lexus needs to debut a new IS in the next year. I hope one hits the market fall of next year. A new IS. I really think they need a new IS.
You have arrived at your destination.
Hyundai has a former head honcho BMW's M division in charge of their new N division. Yes. Kia has a designer that worked for Audi. Yep. No, they hire top level talent. They do. They're not stupid. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, and they have good warranties and everything to back up their product. So there's little to no risk of buying a Korean car. Not like when they first came out. Veloster N sounds awesome. Yeah, it does. Is it still front wheel drive though? The Veloster N is still front wheel drive. That's kind of like, I guess it would be like a Honda Civic Type R competitor at that point. If the ES gets all-wheel drive, there is no reason to buy the IS or GS. The ES is getting all-wheel drive. However, it's not in the traditional sense with a drive shaft. The ES is getting all-wheel drive with a hybrid electric motor in the back. Similar to like the RX hybrid has, or the NX hybrid, or the UX hybrid. It's going to be the same setup as that. All-wheel drive with 45, 50 miles per gallon. And maybe at that point they might just have it as a range-topping ES. Oh gosh, I'm getting some ideas here. So the range topping ES that's set to come out in 2021. Maybe they are giving all-wheel drive in a hybrid, but maybe they make it a plug-in hybrid in the luxury build. That would be really cool. Saying like, hey, here's the ES. You can get a front-wheel drive. You can get an F Sport. You can get it in this package. But if you want the all-wheel drive, you get a plug-in hybrid, and you get more performance compared to the normal hybrid, and it comes in a luxury build. I don't know, just some thoughts. Just some thoughts there. The GS is dead, in my opinion. The IS does need a redesign. They do need to have a sport car. They don't need two sport sedans. They only need one in the world of dying sedans. They just need one sports sedan, in my opinion. You have a small luxury sedan, and a mid-sized luxury sedan in the ES, and then you get the LS, which is obviously the #1 flagship luxury sedan, and then you would get a sports sedan in the form of a new IS, which would be roughly the size of the current GS. They might just get rid of the GS, and they might come out with something. They might not call it the IS either. They might just replace both those cars and call it something else. I don't know what they would call it, FS or Gosh, what would they call it? What would they? Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, he benefited from that. Oh, I just killed my speed. And then I hit him and I hit him and rocketed him straight forward. It was so cheap. Now I'm in 3rd place. Almost forgot to give me a thumbs up. Yeah, guys, if you haven't given the stream a thumbs up yet, please do that. I'll probably stream for another 10-15 minutes. Definitely not as long as I did. I think I did a pretty long one on Tuesday. Different people can make it on Tuesday. And whoever was, I know a lot of you were here on Tuesday and last Sunday. Thanks for stopping in. Sometimes you guys are super chatty and it's hard for me to leave the stream. You want the luxury yacht, but at 3.2 million. C-Ray it'll be, yeah. Start saving your pennies for that luxury yacht. I still might get first in this race. Even though this car wrecked me earlier. Still got him. Got him. Got him. Well, the good news is, hopefully I don't jinx myself. The good news is my computer hasn't crashed or anything like that. So I'm happy about that. Usually, at least in my last streams, I'm not gonna say usually my last streams, my game would crash, weird things would happen. But
it's a bit past my bedtime, but I figured
I changed the plugin. It wasn't like this cheap power strip. And maybe my computer just wasn't getting enough power, so I plugged it in straight into the wall. And hasn't done anything funny since doing that. Knock on wood. Where is my car? Championship is locked. Ooh, this one. Let's go to this one. The luxury sport yacht that came out a few years ago is nice too. Yeah, is that? I think that's just a concept though, right? That luxury sport yacht that had a couple 5.0 liters in it straight out of the RCF. I think. Ooh. Guys, you need to help me pick. There's 9 of you in here. That should be enough to help me pick this championship here. Should I do cross-country circuit? Cross-country circuit with SUVs? Or should I do it with Lamborghinis? Okay, let's view the eligible cars first. And keep in mind, I only have, if you look up here, if you can see my mouse, I have like 1.4 million credits. That's not enough to buy some of these cars, but the ones with the house thing around it, like this one and this one, I own. They're currently in my garage. Oof, that's cool. I have the Countach in my garage. Okay, should I do the Lamborghini one? Or should I do this SUV cross-country one? You guys tell me. I know you guys have a delay, so just tell me. SUVs or Lamborghinis? I'm waiting on you. G-Wagon, Bentley. Oof. Where's that Bentley go? There it is, the Bentayga. Bentayga or G-Wagon? Gosh, the Bentayga is so ugly. Oh. Bentayga. Oh, it's so ugly though. Alright, oh wait, I can't do it. It's a downloadable car. I'm not going to go download a car. G-Wagon it is. G-Wagon it is. This is a car I do have, but I can go buy a G-Wagon to make you guys happy. So Jurassic Park one. So doing the Jurassic Park design. Totally doing the Jurassic Park design. Getting a little dark up in here. There you go. Once the game comes back on, it lights me up pretty good. The Urus is a compromised Volkswagen Group, yeah. Gosh, this thing is so cool. Oh, it feels so weird driving a huge SUV after that old Toyota Celica. Oh shoot, not good, not good. Oh man. Getting wrecked so far. Not used to driving these SUVs. They definitely handle a little bit differently. Come on, BMW. Cutting me off. Not doing so hot at the start of this race. Sorry I'm not talking a whole lot, guys. This G-Wagon's a little bit harder to drive than that slow Celica I was, so it requires a little bit more reaction from me. Oh yeah. Oh man, I just passed 2 people? Oh man! Look at this comeback here on the last lap. I'll take second place. I'll take second place on that. Oh, oh man, look, I had a really good best lap. I was flying on that one lap. They weren't all that good though. Lost to a fellow G-Wagon. Guys, what's your favorite car brand outside of Lexus? Luxury brand, I should say. If you had to drive a car that wasn't a Lexus, what would it be? Cool Cat, what's up, man? Thanks for joining the stream. Not gonna be streaming for much longer, but thanks for joining. Georgia Boy, what's going on? Will a version of the LF1 be made? Absolutely. It is absolutely being made 100%. What we don't know is when it's going to hit the dealers, sort of thing. We don't know how it's going to be propelled. I think they're going to make a fully electric version of it. And then they also might make a... They might put the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 from the LCF, which, again, with that car, we don't know when that's coming out either. So... Porsche is Lunatic's favorite. That's a good brand. Mercedes, cool. Bentley. Saw Bentley today. Saw the Continental GT. It was a dark blue one. Saw one at Trader Joe's today. Well, actually, I was leaving Trader Joe's. They were going to a breakfast restaurant right next to it. So, quite a lot of Bentleys here in Omaha. We have a Bentley dealership here. They also sell supercars. I don't know why people have supercars in Omaha, but there is a very, very small market for it. You can only drive it a couple months out of the year, and even then the streets are so bad here in the summer regardless that you can only drive it on a few streets without destroying the car. So, yep. Where are the other races I need to do? All the way down here? Is the NX going to have Apple CarPlay? The NX already has Apple CarPlay. The NX has had Apple CarPlay since, production models October 2018 and newer. Did you mean to ask if the NX will have Android Auto instead? 3N? You're from UAE? What's up, man? Did you change your picture? I thought you had a different picture before. Where at in the UAE? Are you from like Dubai or what's that other one? Abu Dhabi? Is that UAE as well? Wish they would build an all-new LFA. Well, who doesn't wish that? LFA's awesome. I don't think they would call it the LFA. I think they would call it something different. Time to move to Omaha and open up a tire and rim. Yes. No kidding, dude. it was we were on back order for several, especially the IS's wheels here in Omaha at our dealership, because the roads here are just insanely terrible. That was in February. We didn't have enough IS wheels to fix the IS's that were being destroyed by the roads. All right. What? I have to pick another car? That's weird. Why'd I have to pick another car? How's my computer? Can you guys, how, because my fan on my computer, well, for my GPU is pretty loud. I can't hear it with my headphones on, but can you guys hear that? Can you hear that fan? Not the ceiling fan's pretty whisper quiet, but can you hear a fan in the background? If so, let me know. I might have to do something about that. When do you think the LF1 limited list will be released? Let me think about this. They'll probably announce it maybe next. They'll probably announce it at like the Tokyo Auto Show, which is, I think, this year. I think there is a Tokyo. Let me double check. I think Tokyo Motor Show is this year. So they always unveil some big stuff there. It's going to be October 23rd. It's going to be the Tokyo Motor Show this year. So I would expect to have some big news from Lexus for that motor show. Happens every 2 years. How does Amazon Alexa work on a Lexus vehicle? Well, once it's up and running in there, so it runs off of your Android phone. Think of it like that. So you have your Android phone that has a Alexa app, and you sync it with your car. And then you can talk to Alexa in your car. Now, what's kind of weird about it is that the microphone for Alexa is still on your phone, but she answers you through the car speakers. So you can ask her questions just like normal Alexa. And I have an Alexa in the other room, so it's probably like freaking out right now since I've said it 100 times. But it's a cool feature. If you use Alexa all the time, then it's a pretty cool feature. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard the Amazon device in the next room. I can't say her name anymore because I think she keeps getting triggered. She's getting triggered. I made that people always hate on Lexus because the infotainment says they don't love at the car. They look at technology. I'm one of your favorite YouTubers? What? Cool Cat. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thanks for being a follower of the channel. Thanks for being a Lexus fan, because without them, I wouldn't have ever met any of you guys. So, Alex, I don't know if that made any sense to you with Amazon Alexa. And I just said her name again. I just triggered her. Sweet. But Cool Cat said, you're mad that people always hate on Lexus because of the infotainment system. They don't love the car. They look at the technology. Yeah, no, it's so true. That's our modern era. Our modern era is just like so technology driven. And that's why Tesla is so damn successful right now, is that it's so techy. People love that stuff, and it's easy to use. Lexus and Toyota know this. They didn't want to acknowledge that technology is such a big deal, not just for reviewers but for the masses. Because to be honest, guys, most people have no idea. Most people they struggle to tell the differences between a luxury car and a non-luxury car when they drive one. It's really hard. Like, they'll be like, oh yeah, I just looked at a Murano, and they get into an RX, and like, to me there's a huge difference between a Murano and RX, but a lot of people, it's hard for them to pick up the differences because, like, I'm not going to call myself an expert, but I'm in and out of cars all day long, and different, of course Lexus mainly, but I get into tons and tons of different types of cars, as you guys know. But there's just a huge difference in quality between a luxury car and a non-luxury car. How they drive, how they ride, how they feel. And the feeling thing is something that is not, it's an intangible, right? You can't, it's hard to put into words on how a car makes you feel, whether that's safety or comfortability, that sort of thing, or just quality. Like a quality feeling is such a thing too, right? Like Apple products aren't faster or better made than like a Samsung or any other Android phone, but their quality and their presentation is insane. And so they've kind of changed the whole electronics market to make things easy to work with. And so, for example, if your car isn't as easy to work with as your phone is, then it's really difficult for reviewers to look kindly on the electronics of that car. That's why Lexus absolutely needs Android Auto and Amazon. Sorry, not Alexa. They have that already on a lot of their cars, but CarPlay on all of their cars, and they're going to in the next year or two. They need to. Maybe not the GX. The GX is a done deal. They're refreshing it, but the technology on that car is dead. But I'm ranting a little bit. I don't even know where that went. That was a long rant. That was just me daydreaming there. But yeah, people do hate on Lexus, and it's quite unfairly, because the infotainment, although not great, is you can easily live with it because the rest of the car is so incredible. Absolutely incredible. I hope the LF1 releases next year. That'd be amazing. Absolutely awesome. Is LC500 going to use Mazda platform? No. Nope. The next RC probably will. There's a good chance. Because the current RC is like a Frankenstein. It's like a mishmash of like 3 different vehicles from Lexus. It's a mix between an IS, a GS, and an IS convertible. That's what makes up the RC. It's really bizarre. So I could see the RC. Oh, I think my computer finally froze. It doesn't like if I'm playing. I think the stream is still going. Let me double check real quick. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still streaming. My computer doesn't like it when I tab out of my game and the game isn't running. It's kind of running in the background, and I tab into it, and then I put a lot of load on my computer. That's when it happens to freeze the most. So, yep. But I'll load up the game back for you guys. This is probably a good time for me to grab a snack real quick. And actually, hold on. I got to get through this intro stuff, because in the intro they play this music that like instantly flags my videos for like copyright infringement. It's so stupid. So like, yeah. It's that music right there that copyright infringes my stream. It's just crazy. So hopefully I caught it before. There. Cool, guys. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna go get a snack real quick. I'll be right back. Cool, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. What do you guys like to snack on? What's your favorite snacking items? If you're watching videos, what do you guys like to snack on? I like cheese. I'll just eat it straight up. I have no issues eating a block of cheese. I do it every day of my life. Some people think I'm a freak, but that's okay. Oh, what kind of cheese? Let me guys do that. This is a New Zealand grass-fed sharp cheddar cheese. I get it at Trader Joe's. It's amazing. Love cheese. Mmm. Guys, you're being pretty quiet. What's going on? You didn't answer my snack question. What's your favorite snack? Chips? Chips. I would be having some chips right now. I didn't really have dinner, so I'm eating some more substantial food than just chips. And chips would be really loud on the microphone, so... Yep. They feed grass to cheese, isn't that crazy? The crazy things they do in New Zealand, I tell you.
Hey, brah. I've identified another potential recruit for your lineup.
Welcome back, Bra. There's an ongoing championship that you're taking part in. Would you like me to set a route to the next race event for you?
Fruit snacks. My daughters would agree with you, Antoine. Jack Link sticks, yeah. I love beef jerky. Love beef jerky. Here's a good question for you guys. What's your favorite ice cream? Ooh. It's hard to pick one. It's so hard to pick a favorite ice cream. They're all so good. Chocolate chip cookie dough is hard to turn down. I like cookies and cream. They're just all so good. I like peanut butter themed ice creams. Those are pretty good. Drive the ISF. Yeah, I can do that. My all-wheel drive ISF. Yep. Eric Balades, what's up, man? Your favorite brand is Bluebell? You know, it's not my favorite brand. So many people swear by Bluebell, but they use artificial colors and sweeteners, man, and high fructose corn syrup. I believe they use high fructose corn syrup. Don't quote me on that, but I know they use artificial sweeteners. And that is not cool. That's not cool with me. That means they're using cheap-ass ingredients. They do make good ice cream, don't get me wrong. They make good ice cream, but they charge a premium for you see those cars just fall over? They charge a premium for their ice cream, but they don't have the most premium ingredients. That's how I feel about Bluebell. And I like Eddie's ice cream. I don't know if you guys get Eddie's where you're at. Haagen-Dazs is arguably one of the better ones. Haagen-Dazs is really expensive, but it is extraordinarily delicious. They have really, really high fat content. I will not eat ice cream if it has low fat. I will not eat it. It's garbage. Turtle ice cream? Oh, that sounds good. Oh, I like butter pecan ice cream too. Depends on where the part of the country you guys live in. So I lived in Florida, and in Florida there's a grocery chain called Publix. They're everywhere. It's like a disease down there. But they had this really cheap organic ice cream there. Super cheap. And it would go on sale. You could buy it 2 for 1. So you get 2 quarts. I think it was a quart for like $5. Killer deal. And their ice cream was incredible. Incredible. It was organic too. Psh. And it was organic. It was just unbelievable. They had a salted caramel one that was real good. Their chocolate was really good. I think they had a coffee one too. That wasn't... Don't get me wrong, I like coffee, but that ice cream they made wasn't the best. I'm sick now because of ice cream. I don't know why, but I came sick since it's summer. That's weird. Sorry to hear you're sick. You might be saying that you're sick of ice cream, not meaning like you don't want any more of it, or you might be saying you got poisoned by ice cream. Friendly's ice cream. Never heard of it. No. Friendly's ice cream. We got a couple local stores here that just make locally made. It's like an ice cream parlor. You guys can Google it. If you guys want to Google the ice cream shop we have here, if you're ever in Omaha, it's like the best ice cream here in Omaha. It's called Cone Flour. I'll write it down in the chat. Cone Flour. They make all of their flavors. They're all local. It's all good stuff. It's incredible. They're delicious. Oh, love that place. I've only been there once, but it is like... So I moved away from Omaha, then they started up their business, and I came back to Omaha fairly recently, and it's like a huge hit here now. How do I feel about Talenti gelato? I like gelato. Can't say I've had the Talenti brand. I think I've seen it though. I can picture the jars of it or whatever.
Another championship win. That's what we like to see.
Ooh, I leveled up. Leveling up in this game is pretty uneventful. Okay, 3N loves ice cream. Gotcha. Oh, the Celica GT, this whole thing was the original Supra. Could be, I don't know. I don't know old Toyotas that well. Was my car floating? You guys see that? Let's see if we can see that. Can I get under the car? My car is floating. All four wheels are off the ground. That is so ridiculous looking. That's so funny. Per request. Yeah, there's the hoverboard, right? Per request. I'll get in the ISF. What? Wise guys are us. First I got me a Taurus, then I got me a Lexus, and then I took over Florida. Well, Lexus are all over Naples. That's where I lived in Florida. They're everywhere. Lexus was like a common people's car in Naples. Like everyone had one. So much money down there, it's ridiculous. See if there's any championships.
200 yards. Keep left. Keep left.
3N. Kirk, sorry to say that your PC is low. I don't know what that means. I know you live in UAE, so I know English isn't your first language, so I'm sorry I can't understand you all the time, 3N. My PC is low. Don't know what that means. Slow? Are you trying to say slow?
Vipers, falcons, cobras, and other dangerous animals at the Retro Muscle Championship.
I love Lexus. Both my parents drive them. My mom a 16 RX F Sport, my dad a 17 GX, and obsessed. Yeah, dude. Get some awesome vehicles in your family. That is freaking awesome. Both of those, the RX and the GX, are getting refreshed this year. Ooh, it's a nice Viper. This was the car back in the day, man. When I was growing up, the Viper was the coolest car. Oh, you're saying my PC's slow? Why are you saying that? What's so slow about it? Is it not smooth for you guys? 'Cause it's really smooth on my end. Super smooth on my end. Your English, sorry for your bad English. Well, if you hang out on this channel, your English will get better, I guarantee it. What time is it there in UAE? I could probably look it up. It is 6:30 a.m. in Dubai. If my PC's slow, you guys are welcome to donate to the channel. I think there's an option for you guys to donate so I can get a new computer. Lunatic says there's no lag like on Tuesday. Eric says I wish I could get one, but I still love my Subi. Subis are cool. The stream is ES smooth. Okay, good. $648 in Dubai. What? What is that thing? Is that like an old Grand Prix with a ridiculous spoiler on it? Oh. This thing is cool. I saw an SVT Cobra today on the streets here in Omaha, and it was a convertible. It was white, I think. This thing really likes to oversteer. Oh, because my PC shut down? Yeah, it's not really, so I'll explain why my computer's shutting down. And this is just a guess. So I got a new graphics card. Now it was new for me. It was a pre-owned graphics card, which you always take a risk buying a pre-owned graphics card, right? I particularly like AMD graphics cards. Oh shoot, the battery just ran out of my controller and I drove straight into a house. So this graphics card I bought, it's not that it's an AMD card necessarily. It's that it's called the here, I'll show you. I can show you guys. It's called a Vega Frontier Edition. And it came out like 2 years ago for like $1,000. Can I get... Where's my mouse? And I'll show you what it looks like. The problem with it is that it is a pro... It's a pro card. This is what it looks like. And yeah, I got this one. So people who do a lot of rendering and I don't know, synthetic stuff that I don't understand, use these cards. A lot of people use them for mining cryptocurrency. And the problem with this card is that it's a professional card, which means it has different drivers than your typical Vega card. So since it has different drivers, you have to be really creative on how you get normal Vega drivers on it, because AMD doesn't support it very well. And yeah, that's the reason why I believe my card is fairly unstable. Now, what could be is that it could just be a bad card, or it could have been overworked by the last person. I really don't know 100%. So, but it's definitely down to my graphics card on why it crashes from time to time. But I'm gonna probably finish this race with my keyboard, which is gonna be terrible. Can I explain structural blue? I made a video on it, so my best explanation of it will be in a video. Check it out. It's on my channel. I wonder if you can find it. Search. Copy link address. There you go. There's my video on structural blue. It's not the most in-depth explanation of it, but that should help you understand. Oh yeah, my controller doesn't work, so I gotta use my keyboard. Oh, and restart this. N has an AMD card as well. Yeah, AMD just came out with some really good products today. I don't know if you guys are tech guys like me. I love computers. I love building my own computers. I love staying up to date on computers. It's been a hobby of mine since I was in middle school, or maybe even younger. Oh my gosh, I cannot drive without a controller. I think I'm just gonna call it quits. But yeah, AMD came up with some really good products today, processors and graphics cards. So it's exciting times to be a PC fan. But what are some last questions you guys have? I'm gonna wrap this up. I thought it was going to be done streaming like a half an hour ago, but here I am. Here we are. We're still going. Last questions. I'll give you guys, I know this stream is delayed. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to ask some questions, and I'll give myself a couple minutes to answer, and then we'll go from there. Lunatic says I would choose structural blue for the LS over the color they just showed for that special edition. Yeah, anybody would choose structural blue. Structural blue is extraordinarily difficult and expensive to make. It's extraordinarily difficult and expensive to make. That deep garnet color they just came out with, it's like an average color for them. So no different than any other color in terms of like research and development. It's just a normal Lexus paint color. When's my next stream? Probably on Tuesday night, same time, 8 o'clock or so. Good question. I'm trying to do every Sunday at 8 o'clock as well. Well, I think that's it, guys. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Feel free to stop by on Tuesday night for my next stream. At least I plan on streaming Tuesday night at the same time, 7 or 8 o'clock. Probably 8 o'clock. And then I plan on continuing to stream on Sundays as well at the same time. So hopefully y'all have some good videos this week. I haven't really given much thought to it, but I'll probably have at least 1 or 2 videos up this week talking about either Lexus news or a buy-in guide or something like that. So I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks for stopping by tonight. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.